Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, friends. This is episode 267, and I am so glad that you're here today because we're talking about the 7 things that selling is not. So many of you are so worried about selling in your business because you don't want to be a weirdo. You don't want to be an icky, pushy salesperson. And we're going to talk about these things that selling is not, so you can get this preconceived notion out of your brain. So many of you are scarred from icky selling that has been done to you or that you see other people do to others, and you never want to be that. Today, we're going to talk about what it never has to be, what you never have to do, and it's going to free you. It's going to help you become a better salesperson for your products and services. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you are in the idea stage, whether you are starting, whether you are growing. You're in the right place, whether you have a product business or a service business, or you are selling, retreats or events or whatever it is. You have a mobile business. This is for you. I'm just so happy you're here. And I want to make sure you get plugged in if you're new. First of all, make sure you are aware, everyone, that I have a premium version of this podcast now. It is a paid version. Right now, there's a free 3-day trial. You can upgrade right now. If you're an Apple Podcast, you'll see there's a banner about the upgrading to the premium versions where we take deeper dives into these episodes and really help you apply it and think more critically about your business. And I have some other fun things going on. I'm doing a giveaway this month, and I want to just make sure that you're plugged in and that you have another way to really think deeper about your business because this is so important for you. But if you're new, make sure you check that out. If you're in Spotify or another player, there's links in the show notes right now. You can scroll down and take you to a page where you can upgrade with that because you may not see those bonus episodes. Only Apple Podcast people right now, if you're on Apple Podcast, you can see those bonus episodes, but other people and other players can't see them. And so if you want to upgrade and you're in Spotify or CastBox or one of those players, you can click the link down below to get over to do that. So I want to make sure you'll get plugged in there. Also, too, I have a free Facebook group called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. You can get in there and now have a free community. Make sure you check that out. Link is below. And I have all other types of free resources for you. If you, again, it doesn't matter what stage you're in, idea, starting, or growing, I have some free resources for you that will help you. Some that are printable, some that are virtual masterclasses online, things that will help you so you can move faster and do it more strategically. Okay, so check down in the show notes below and grab one of those. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. You are awesome, amazing, wonderful. You leave me such sweet comments. You leave great reviews. And by the way, if you've been listening a while and you find value in this podcast, would you rate this podcast right now? If you're in Spotify, if you're in Apple Podcast, you can give it a 5-star rating. It takes 2 seconds, do that. And if you have 30 seconds to write a written review, it means the world to me. It really does. It's such a great gift you can give to me for doing this podcast each week is just writing a quick review. And I can't help but think that Apple and Spotify and the other players bump this podcast up when people leave reviews. And so it actually helps me in turn. It not only gives me that gift of your words, but it also helps bump this up and show it to more people like you who just want to make money doing what you love and make a difference in this world through your business. So that is it. Thank you all so much for listening and on to the episode. Well, hello, friends. How are you? How's everything going today? I hope you're feeling amazing. I hope you're getting to work hard on your business. I hope you're realizing what a gift you are to the people that you're serving now or that you hope to serve. I don't think you realize the lives that you affect by doing what you do. It's really come to light recently with me. I've had some really kind words that have been said to me, how I've helped people. And I'm not saying that to brag, but just giving them the courage to pursue their dream and help them move past the stumbling blocks that they had. And I realize there's so many people out there that are listening to this podcast and maybe even in my workshops and courses that I never meet that are benefiting from what I do. And I want you to realize right now that the same goes for you. Whatever you're doing in your business, whether you're showing up telling people about your product or service, whether you're showing up on social media, whether your friends see you, your family, your kids, your parents, cousins, whoever, y'all are influencing people. You're actually changing the world. You're changing the way that people think about themselves and their abilities, and they see that someone can pursue something and go for it. And no, you may not be a bazillionaire because of it, but you're doing it because you feel like it's a calling. I truly believe that all of you here, I know that sounds so silly, but that starting your business is more than just a business, it's deeper than that. It's a calling. I even put that on my homepage recently. If you go to KimberlyBrock.com, you can see it. Did I say Kimberly.com? Did I say KimberlyBrock.com? Okay. I'm going crazy. I have bronchitis still. Now, this is the 12th day. I'm so annoyed. So I'm so sorry if I'm scratchy and I might say something random. So hopefully I said KimberlyBrock.com. But anyways, I'm telling you, it feels like a calling. Maybe not that it's your whole life's purpose, but it is a piece of your life. And it's a calling to do this for so many reasons: to make money, to make a difference, to use your God-given gifts, to create something special for people, to give you a creative outlet, to create something all your own. I get it. I am you and I get it. So I'm so happy you're here. I kind of digressed and went on that, but I just wanted to give you that uplifting thought today and talk you through what selling is not. So many of you are petrified of selling. It's so funny. I actually have a sales background. I worked in sales at Dell Computers. I started it as an intern in a sales organization there. My senior year of college, my whole senior year, loved it. I worked like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the afternoon, like 2 to 5. It was the greatest job ever. And I was on commission, had a base hourly pay, and commission was the greatest thing ever. And then I got a full-time job and worked there for a while. So like 7 or 8 years. I can't even remember exactly. But then I had kids and I started my business and here I am, 20 plus years later, almost 25 years later. So it's so awesome. But I think so many of you are scared of selling. And I was scared of it when I started my sales job at Dell. I'm like, I don't want to be like, how am I going to sell these people? Like I'm getting paid on commission. So I like have to sell. And they would show us ways where you would just recommend things and talk to people in a way that was just human. You're just human to human saying, okay, you're getting a computer today. Do you have a printer that you're going to use to set up? And they would be like, wait, maybe I don't. If I had never asked that, they may not have realized. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, and you need to get the printer today. You need to buy, in fact, you need to buy 2. Do you have an aunt or somebody that needs a printer? I mean, no, I wasn't being annoying. I was like, so think about it. You've got this awesome computer. Maybe, and this was, oh my gosh, y'all, this was in 93. I was an intern and I'm like trying to sell people on printers and stuff. And this was all just getting going. So it was such a new concept and people were scared of the technology, but I'd had to speak to them like a human being. Right. And so I know these skills have helped me into my business journey, but I think so many of you maybe haven't had that experience. You've been a teacher, you've been a nurse, you're in some other career, you're an engineer. I have men and women that follow me in all types of jobs. And you just have this passion where you want someone to see the value of what you offer, right? Your product or service, you're like, can you just please see that this is awesome? Like, how do I do this without being a Nikki salesperson, without being braggy, without being like self-promotion, be a self-promoter? Like, how do I not do that? Well, I think you make up in your mind what it is. And basically, I mean, this is the spoiler alert. It's talking to them like humans. It's just being real. Like, have you thought about this? Are you struggling with this? There's something that can help you. Here's why I created it. I mean, that's a simple version of a sales pitch because I went through what you went through and I know what a struggle it was. And that's why I created this. And then later you go into the features. But you're talking to them like a human about what it is that they're suffering. They're suffering a problem. Most of them realize it. They didn't know you exist, or they're so excited to have you exist, right? So let's talk about it. Number one, selling is not being an icky, pushy, manipulative salesperson that you think of. It is not being that. You never have to be that. I think it's annoying. I think you do have to motivate people into action. So let me say that. You do have to kind of get people. I mean, y'all, this is what I do. Really, this is my whole job, is to motivate you and make you see the potential that you have and spur you into action and tear down the walls that you've put in front of you and the mental blocks and spur you into action. That's what I do. That's what you're doing for other people as well. Spurring them into action. How can you do that? You can relate to them. You can tell stories. You can tell them, I've been in your shoes. You can be sympathetic. You can be empathetic. All those things, right? You never have to be icky and pushy. You never have to be convincing and trying to be manipulative and make them buy. If you do, they're going to regret it. They're not going to be happy and they're not going to tell people about your stuff. So free yourself right now and know I will never teach you how to be an icky, pushy, manipulative salesperson. Now, you can go to other schools of thought and you may have heard it. People talk about the bro marketing that's on. And I hate to say bro marketing because that makes men sound bad, but that's the term for it. So I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about really just that concept of bro marketing where it's like rough and tough and you're just going to like convince people and it's like high pressure and like you've got 5 minutes to decide and it's all that stuff, right? So you never ever have to be an icky, pushy, manipulative salesperson. It doesn't have to be that. Selling is not that. Number 2. Oh, and by the way, y'all, I forgot. I totally forgot to say this in the beginning. Okay, so see, I told you I have bronchitis. I'm a little bit loopy right now because I'm on medication and stuff. But I forgot to say this in the intro. When I was thinking about doing this episode and I was thinking about what selling is not, I was thinking about that Bible verse that you hear in weddings all the time. So I should have said this. So pretend I'm saying this before point number 1. It was the 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7. What love is and what it isn't. Y'all have all heard this at weddings. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. So it made me think of that because when I was thinking of all these 7 things, I'm like, well, selling is not this, and this. And it reminded me of that Bible verse. So that's my random thought for the day. For you, just for you. Okay. But love is patient, love is kind. It is not envy, does not boast, is not proud. So you can have that ringing in your ear while I'm saying these 7 things. So selling is not icky, pushy, or manipulative. I could turn it into my own little verse here, my own little stanza. It's not icky, pushy, or manipulative. Number 2, it is not desperate. You do not have to be a desperate salesperson. That is the worst way to approach it, where you're like in the back of your mind thinking, if I don't get this sale, I'm not going to be able to eat this month. I'm not going to be able to do that. You don't ever want to put yourself in that position. You should have many ways that you're bringing in money and that you're trying, and it's never dependent on one person saying yes or no. It should never, your future should not be on that. I hope it's not, because that's the scariest thing in the world. It's like when you go gambling and you're betting on black or red or a certain number. How horrifying is that? It's horrifying. You can't live that way. You're a stress case. It's like my husband and I, when we were first married, we used to put a lot of money in the stock market, and the stock market was going crazy in the late 90s. And we would invest in all kinds of things. And my husband was like frantically watching the stock market stocks every day. And we would wake up and be like, what's the stock market at? What's the stock at? Is this one going up? It was starting to get crazy. And we were like, we can't live this way anymore. Like, we can't. We don't need to be in the stock market this much. We're putting it in long term. If you want to do long term stocks, that's fine. But we were like, not day trading, but kind of like that, trying to catch an up and then sell high, buy low, do all that. And it became very stressful. You don't want your sales career here with this business to be like that. Okay. Number 3, selling is not fake. You never have to be fake. I've just freed you. You don't have to show up and be someone you're not. You can be a human. You can be a human. If you don't remember anything from this episode, be a human talking to another human, being real life, talking. Okay. You don't have to be fake. I'm not fake when I come on here. I try not to be ever. I have caught myself a couple times not being fake, but doing something I was uncomfortable. I'm like, delete. Don't put that up. I've even put up posts before. I'm like, that was stupid. Like, take that down. That's not really who you are. Don't ever do it. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good when you're doing it. It doesn't feel good after. And I will never teach you a way that is how to be fake. Teach you a way to be you, but to be effective. How to be you, but be real and authentic and effective. So selling is not fake. So let's go through the first 3 and we'll get to number 4. Selling is not icky, pushy, or manipulative. Selling is not desperate. Selling is not fake. See, I'm going over like this Bible verse in my head. I'm telling you, it's not fake. Okay, number 4, selling is not overwhelming. Now, this is hard for some of you because you think that it has to be this whole crazy plan that's like so overwhelming that you can't even handle it and you can't perform. Like you can't get out there and say it because you're thinking of 80 million things that you're supposed to be saying. No, it's simple. What did I say a minute ago? It's human to human, telling a real story. Like, have you been struggling with XYZ? I know it can be hard. I actually went through it. It stunk. And I didn't really have another way to fix it. And I decided, you know what? Somebody's got to do it and I'm going to be the one. I'm going to fix it. So here's what I created. I created it for people like you because I don't want you struggling. And then here are the features. And if this sounds like something that could help you, I mean, it helped me massively. And here's my other clients who said it was the greatest thing ever, or whatever they said. They may not have said it was the greatest thing ever, but that they loved it. Then here it is. You can check out on my website or I have them here today. That's it, y'all. That's selling. Okay? It's never overwhelming. It's being a human. Number 5, selling is not focusing on the product. Ooh. Are you letting this sink in for a minute? Selling is not focusing on the product. This is the problem with a lot of new business owners. Y'all come in and you're just talking about the product and you're like, it's 4 inches long. It's got, this whole thing that collapses and it will fit in your pocket and it's amazing. That's totally different than the story that I told you a minute ago. Have you been struggling because your phone won't stay in the case? Like case keeps falling out. Well, I've got this thing that's like 4 inches. It holds it. It's got a thing that fits in your pocket. I'm totally making that up. I don't even know what that would be that I just described. Do you see what I'm saying? The difference in that? People come out at the first go with like features. And we need to be human about it. So don't come out of the gate focusing on your product. Focusing on the story and you're providing a solution and then you're introducing the product. I hope y'all are listening to this. This is a big episode right here. Okay. Number 6, it is not all about you. Okay. So you're probably going, but you just told me a story to tell that was all about me. I'm saying in the beginning, it's not, hi, I'm Kimberly. I'm the inventor of whatever. And I'm creating the best product that you've ever had. And I'm selling it today for you for 2 for 1 and you can buy it. And I'm just so proud of what I did. No. Are you struggling with this? Yeah, it can be hard. Do you feel like you're dizzy and not feeling well and you can't walk and you've tried other things and you. It's about them. It's not about me, which is about you. Do you see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying here? It's not you talking about you. It's saying you as the people out in the world that you're trying to sell. I'll put that in quotes, sell to. It's everyone else. It's not you. It's everyone else. It's not you. And then you can say, yeah. And then that's why I decided I had to make this. And here's what I did. I knew that you wanted this. I knew that this was important. I couldn't find this. And so here, and you can interject yourself in there. But the beginning is never about you. Okay. It's about them and what they're struggling with. Okay. That's what selling is. When you're focused on you, like yourself, it becomes a sales pitch. And that's what you don't want. It's not like you can't mention you in a story. It's that when it's about you, you're cheesy. You're arrogant. People don't get excited to buy. Okay. Number 7, selling is not one size fits all. The way you sell, the way I sell, the way someone else will sell, it's all different. And that's what's so amazing because that's what draws people to you. They like your vibe or your personality or your wit or your sarcasm. There's all kinds of people that you meet and you're like, well, I loved him because he was just totally blunt and it was hilarious. Or you're like, he was funny, he made me laugh, or he was so nice and genuine. All those things can work. All of the things can work in sales. I observe how people sell all the time. In fact, we're in the middle of buying my daughter a car, and I just observe every salesperson I meet and just see how they treat me, what they say, how they handle it. It was interesting. One salesman that we had met, super nice, and he immediately was just talking to us. I didn't even know his name, which was funny. I'm surprised he didn't just, I remember him asking our names. So I don't think he ever said his name. He's like, okay, so what are you looking for? Who's this for? Looking for the cars, we're to use car lot. And He's talking to us. Oh, so like, what is important to you? Went into all that. He didn't start out with, we're the number one dealership. We sell the most cars in the area. I am one of the top salespersons. So you're in great hands. And I'm just, I've got 23 years of knowledge of, no, it was all about us. And I just was like, A+. I didn't even know his name. I kind of wish maybe I should give him an A. He needed A+. I did need to know his name because then I was starting to ask questions like, I'm so sorry. What's your name? And he told me his name. He was sweet, but I appreciated the lack of him boasting about everything that was not what we cared about at that moment. We're just trying to like ask some questions about this kind of car, and what we need it for. So it's not one size fits all. It's not one size fits all how you act or what you do. So if you're in Grow Getters, you know this. We each come up with a custom marketing strategy for each of you, like what you're going to say, where you're going to show up, how you're going to attract people that actually want to buy your stuff. So you don't have to be a weirdo salesperson. We do this in Grow Getters. So make sure you check it out. If you haven't already, and go to grow-getters.com or scroll down in the show notes. That's what we do in the whole program, is help you find a way to sell that feels comfortable to you, that actually attracts people, and you're not even selling. You're not even selling. You're having fun, showing up, you're helping people. So let's go through our little poem here, our little like pseudo Bible verse. Selling is not icky, pushy, or manipulative. Selling is not desperate. It's not fake. It's not overwhelming. It's not focusing on the product or service that you offer. It's not all about you. Selling is not one size fits all. It's talking human to human. It's being real. It's being authentic, and you'll never have to sell a day in your life. How awesome is that? I'm so excited y'all are here. I hope you're having a great day. Make sure you consider doing the 3-day free trial for the premium podcast, because we have even more fun on there. Take deeper dives that I know are going to help you. So check that out right now. If you're an Apple Podcast, you can see it. Click on it. Get your free 3-day trial right now. And if you need help with growing your business, y'all know I have Grow Getters, starting your business. I have a Just Getting Started boot camp and other things for you. Best business idea workshop. Y'all, you can work with me now if you're ready. If you're ready and you want to get moving and you don't want all this BS and icky selling and all that, you want to just keep it real, someone who's going to give it to you straight, I'm here for you. I am here for you. So make sure you check out everything below in the links. And that's it. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.